Oh yeah, I saw Ruins Entrance 1. So there's multiple entrances like what chat was saying.
Hey, it's Aston.
Luke! How are you doing?
You're alive.
I'm the only one of our senior brigade who survived. I didn't get to join them.
What are you saying? Even if it's just you, thank goodness someone lived.
But why are you here, Aston?
If I don't keep myself busy, I start thinking about Eamon and the others. So, I made the Albior 2. Wait. We broke the first one. The Albior 3. Anyway, I made it.
And then it crashed again?
Now listen here, little lady. I was in the middle of a test flight when I saw you people and... Ah!
You.
Spinoza?
Eavesdropping again? You're such a creep.
Stop!
Let's follow him.
He sure is a strange one, coming all this way just to eavesdrop. We'll get Spinoza this time. Indeed, I'm hoping for his assistance in resolving the miasma problem. Huh? Aren't you gonna punish him? I wouldn't change what's already happened. Though the work I have for him will suffice for punishment, he won't get away from us. Right, we better hurry after him. Yeah. No, leave me alone, you're probably really weak. Why are we doing this? So I don't know what it is. I guess I'm in a very tier mood right now.
The difference is so
Oh, Natalia
obvious.
got her, I think that's her last arcane art. Which is Star Embrace. And I think it gives us a water. I think it gives us her water FOF. Alright, I'm being real with you. I don't care about those treasure chests. I just really don't. Also, Mount Rainier, again, definitely the slow... I was gonna say slow. Snow dungeon. So, Ketterberg, that's when they expect us to do those Ketterberg quests. Probably like right before Mount Rainier, we'll go do those. And those should be our last side quest for a while. I just wonder how much of Act 2 is left. Surely Mount Rainier's got to be like pretty close to the end of the second act. Again, I know Absorption Gate's going to be the last dungeon. Mount Rainier might be the penultimate one, maybe.
Don't get cocky. Nocturnal light. Nocturnal light.
Because they already mentioned Absorption Gate and Radiation Gate, but they said like, oh, we'll save them for later. Yo, Severing Wind. Classic art, I love it. Who else gets Severing Wind in Tales of? Richard gets it. Saray gets Severing Wind.
Aston, where's Spinoza?
There's probably a few others I can't think of.
Look up at the sky!
The Albior?
No, it looks similar, but it's not the same.
That's my Albior 3!
We let him get away again.
Oh, follow him in the Albior 2. He's only got enough fuel for a test flight. He should fall soon.
Spinoza is a top physicist. If he were on our side, he'd be useful in dealing with the miasma.
Got it. We'll catch up to him in the Albior.
I'm coming along too.
Alright, now we gotta leave this river. Oh, never mind, they're gonna... Oh, I thought this would be voice acted. Most of this game is voice acting, so when they have something non-voiced, it's like, I'm surprised. Pursue the Albior 3, right? Leave it to me. We're counting on you, Noel. I mean, it's like 2 lines. They don't need to voice it, but again, so much of this game is voiced in the main story.
Albior 3 spotted, but it's behaving strangely.
What's wrong?
It's smoking and... Oh!
I wonder if he's alive.
The Albior 3 is a sturdy craft. A mere crash isn't going to hurt its passengers.
The monsters here would be rough on an elderly man. He'll probably run for the city.
Okay, to Belkin.
I did not expect us to land just immediately like that. Apparently that boss can recover all of its HP. Thank goodness it didn't do that with me. Save again because we don't want another crash. If we do get one, then I hope I don't have to redo like anything, if possible. Spinoza, we've got him now. Yeah, he gave us some trouble, but he can't escape anymore. Yeah, I'll beat him to a pulp. Never seen you this angry, guy, though I can't blame you considering what Spinoza has done. He damaged the Albior 3. Those hover drives are the jewels of the phone tech. That's what you're angry about? Okay. Map theme is really good. Those of the Abyss's soundtrack is like
There he is.
not my favorite, but it's got some good tracks. It's got definitely a few standouts like that I can point out. Like the map themes are really good. Specifically, the Act 2 map theme is really good, and just a lot of the cutscene music is good, and some of the battle themes are like pretty good.
Let's go! Get him!
Yes, Master!
That's as far as you go. We have a lot to talk about. You're coming.
Oh, I did it again. My finger twitched. I let Guy get most of the sentence off. It's fine.
Just what did you plan to do after eavesdropping on us?
Were you going to report to Master Van again?
No.
Please, everyone. We won't learn anything by shouting at him. Why were you in the Maggiora Highlands?
I went to Sheridan to pay my respects to everyone's graves. There, I heard Aston was going to the Maggiora Highlands. I thought I'd apologize to him.
Then why the hell did you run away?
I was scared. I didn't know what to say, so...
Do you expect us to believe that? It's your fault the Commandant found out about us.
It's true that I betrayed Henkin and Kathy not just once, but twice. I ignored them and conducted forbidden research. Then I sold them up the river to Van. I know I can never undo that. But when they were killed, I realized what I'd done.
You had your chance when you betrayed them the first time, but then you betrayed them again. So, like, honestly, like, I think we should kill you.
I asked myself if my research was really worth killing my friends for.
I think we can believe what he's saying.
Luke.
It was hard for me to acknowledge destroying Exariuth. Once I did, I felt I had to do something to make up for it. Spinoza is me back then.
Yeah, but Spinoza got his second chance.
If your resolve is true, then there's something we want your help on.
What is it?
Research. How to neutralize, or rather, isolate the miasma. We need your expertise in physics.
Colonel, you're going to trust him?
Whatever his character, we need his brain.
Please, let me do it. Research is all I can do.
You're my brother's, Van's, research scientist. If you do that, he may kill you.
I'll do it anyway. Please, let me do it.
How about we try trusting this fool one last time?
But he's a traitor.
What if we have him join the research under 24-hour surveillance?
I don't have the authority.
Then I'll give the order. Set things up as Jade said.
Yes, Your Highness.
I'll put everything I've got into this research. Thank you so much.
Well, if he betrays us after saying all that, he's quite the actor.
My miasma isolation plan consists of just a few scribbles, but here you are. Please read it over.
We'll take Spinoza to Phone Machine Lab 1.
I'll repair the Albior 3 and return to Sheridan. Show us what you can do, Spinoza.
Oh, I have a message for you all from the researchers. The remaining Sephiroth is near Doth's Cathedral.
The cathedral? I had no idea.
Wait, what about... So there's another one not counting Mount Rainier. Interesting.
That place is pretty big after all. Let's go look for it.
Why do they believe him so easily? They're all so stupid.
Yo, I agree with you actually, Anis. I'm actually, like, on your side here. Which almost never happens. Trick him once, shame on him. Trick him twice, shame on the characters. Etc. Are you sure we could trust that geezer? No. What are you still worried about? Of course, there's no way we can trust him. His eyes were serious enough. Oh, you can just read his eyes. Maybe we can trust him. We can't trust him completely. We can at least accept his willingness to atone for his errors. We could just, like, kill him and take his brain. Besides, he's been being watched. It's not like we have a choice. We left everything to him. Yeah, for now, let's trust him. Fine. I actually agree with you, Anis. Don't get used to it. So we need to go to Doth, apparently. Which is interesting. I guess there's another Sephiroth. I mean, those were the Sephiroths they knew about, so maybe they just didn't know where the others were, and they wanted to be like, oh, we'll start with the ones we know. But I guess Doth has a Sephiroth in it, which is interesting. We haven't had a passage ring puzzle in a while. I think the last one was over at was it Tetheru Valley? Tetheru Valley didn't really have a puzzle actually. Might have been Shuri Hill.
I wonder if the passage ring is inside the cathedral.
I don't know, but it's rumored that there's a passage from the cathedral into Mount Zalejo.
Right. Zalejo's the volcano dungeon. They mentioned that place.
If people are saying that much, there may also be a path to the passage ring.
Let's see if we can find it.
Oh, so we're doing volcano dungeon right now. Act 2 is very easily, like, probably the longest act. Again, I feel like the third act might be just as long, but I feel like it's mostly going to come down to side content and how much side content there is. Act 2 is definitely the longest in the game. Because I think I remember the story section of Act 3 being the shortest, probably. If not the shortest, then around, like, give or take the same length as the first act's main story section. But I feel like it's the shortest when it comes to story progress. But it might come down to the side content if there's a lot of side quests that open up, like in, Vesperia.
Mose!
Phone Master Ion, you're back.
We've come looking for the Sephiroth.
Yes, I've received a report from Yulia City. The passage ring is beyond that door. It's a straight path, so you can't get lost.
What's Master Van doing?
He abandoned his duty and ran off somewhere with the God Generals.
I don't see many Oracle soldiers either. Don't tell me.
More than half of them ran off to join Van. It's infuriating. Now I've got my hands full rebuilding the Oracle Knights. Oh, the room connected to the passage ring is past a corridor that's hidden to keep out intruders. Good luck finding it.
I wish I could kill you right now, Mose.
Well, what a loathsome human being.
He's probably grumpy because the peace treaty has made it hard to start his war.
It's a lot better than having him get in our way.
Yes, he just wants to uphold the score. His aim has nothing to do with Van's causing the land to fall, or his vision of a replica world. He shouldn't have any reason to interfere with us.
He's a scumbag.
Master Van, I wonder where he went.
It couldn't be.
Do you have an idea?
No, not really.
That secretly means yes, she does. It sure feels weird for Mose not to be jumping at us like before. Yeah, like he's got some hidden plan. I don't like it. Well, as Ion says, he's only trying to uphold the score. So he probably doesn't have any reason to antagonize us. Yeah, but I want to kill him. So why couldn't he just tell us where the passage ring was? Probably just his little way of getting back at us. Man, what a pain. Yeah, Moses like that. Mose is just like the worst villain. And like, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Nova, they're villains. You're supposed to hate them. True, but also, some villains have very good, even though they're wrong, they have very good reasonings behind their methods. Like, Van is like, you know, he's neat. Van has an interesting ideology and backstory and everything of like why he's doing things. So like, yeah, we're supposed to hate Van, I guess, because we need to, I mean, maybe not hate him. We're supposed to stop Van, but Mose is just like, you know, actually the worst, and he has no redeeming like factors as a villain. He just exists to be like, you know, a very obviously bad person that you shouldn't trust and has no redeeming qualities. Or like Artorias from Berseria, even though he's wrong, he still has a really good and fleshed out backstory, as well as Gaius from Xillia. So like, you know, villains normally, and Mythos to an extent. I'm not like 100% like Mythos is. I don't think Mythos is like high on my rankings for villains, but at least Mythos has a solid reasoning for why he does things, even though it's pretty messed up to try to take Colette's body to revive his sister and everything, but at least it's justified to a sense, even though, again, they're wrong, but the whole point of them being villains is that they're wrong and they at least have reasonings and you're trying to like stop them from achieving their goals and everything. Even though they're wrong, they at least have, like, they're not just evil to be evil, basically. Which older game villains fall into the criteria of. Mose is just like, you know, typical bad person that some people don't see as bad, but he is. He's trying to instigate a war and everything, and he's got no redeeming qualities. He's just like, he's a scumbag. This is where they said the place was, right? If you have lost your way, you... No, I'm fine. Unless Zalejo is near the entrance. Which I doubt.